New efforts have begun by the Trump administration to open avenues to work with Russia on the military front, but the president's defense chief is issuing a warning. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin is traveling with the Secretary of Defense and reports tonight from Brussels.
There is rising evidence that Russia has begun interfering in several upcoming European elections using similar techniques that it employed during the U.S. election: hacking, leaked emails, and fake news.
Do you believe that the Russians interfered in the U.S. elections?
There's very little doubt that they have either interfered or they have attempted to interfere in a number of elections in the democracies.
NATO's former Supreme Allied Commander, General Philip Breedlove, who first raised alarm bells about Russia and ordered U.S. tanks and troops to pre-position in Europe for the first time since the Cold War, described to Fox News how his emails were hacked and released by Russia in an effort to discredit him.
My email was hacked and placed out on DC Leaks. Those emails were contrived by the trolls, the many trolls in Russia who work on me.
Breedlove warned that Russian efforts to undermine elections in the West would not stop.
Russia sees the world in a very much a zero-sum game. The only way that Russia can ascend is if the U.S. declines. They're just trying to discredit our form of democracy.
The Pentagon sent the chairman of the Joint Chiefs to Baku today to talk to his Russian counterpart. It's the first meeting between the two since Russia invaded Ukraine 3 years ago. And Russian President Vladimir Putin called for resumed intelligence sharing with U.S. intelligence services. From NATO headquarters in Brussels, Defense Secretary Jim Mattis ruled this out, adding it is premature to talk about cooperating militarily with Moscow.
Russia is going to have to prove itself first.
Russia's defense minister chastised the U.S. defense secretary, saying if the U.S. thinks it can negotiate from a position of strength, then talks are hopeless.
I have no need to respond to the Russian statement at all. NATO has always stood for military strength.
Nevertheless, the optics of the president's senior military advisor meeting with his Russian counterpart at this time are awkward, as U.S. lawmakers demand more information about what, if any, contact the Trump campaign had with Russian government officials during the election. Traveling with the defense secretary, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.